One of the solutions to all relational challenges is empathy. Everyone has the ability and the potential to be empathetic. It's a muscle really that should be exercised, because if you don't, you will simply become self-absorbed and you cannot make those connections. You will just be locked inside of yourself. The only distance between two people is simply empathy. Empathy helps you to connect with people, increases your interpersonal skills, and help you to create better relationships. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, but it is well deeper than that. Empathy is not just an intellectual process. Empathy is an emotional, visceral process. Sometimes it can be non-verbal, and it's very, very powerful when it comes to interpersonal relationships. What it means is you are able to stop your internal monologue and focus deeply on other persons. Put yourself in their place and understand what it meant for them at that moment. You can never understand people's mind if you've not decided to walk a mile in their shoes. Empathy helps us to understand that we are not alone. Other people can feel and understand us. Now, how do I learn how to empathize? I want to share 3 ways. Number 1 is when you learn another person's situation, you can recall similar experiences of your own. Example is a loss of a parent. Many years ago when I lost my father, many people called, many people encouraged me, but there are people who put their feet in my shoes. There are people that understand what that pain means for me at that moment. And their language is different. Their words are different. And it really meant a lot to me. So what I'm saying here is that recall that experience and what it meant to you at that moment, and connect that emotions to how that person might be feeling at that moment. In professional setting, you may have a brand new employee. At this moment, you bring back the old memories of what it felt, what it meant, how it was for you when you were newly employed. Once you are recalling what that moment meant for you, you are shortening the distance between yourself and the other person. And it's very more likely that you will have a helpful conversation with the person. But what if you don't really have similar experiences, but you can draw to bridge the gap? That is why you have to ask open-ended questions, taking interest in the other person, letting the person know that he is not alone, making good eye contact. Make your care to be seen. Let him see your care. But our job here is not to talk too much. Our job is to listen to the other person's story. This is not limited to sad moments only. If somebody is happy, you can ask, hey, you are in a good mood today. What is happening? What is going on? Asking questions creates an open opportunity for them to say more without pressure. Share with them moments of difficulties and celebrate their joy moments. And the third one is read books and watch people's stories. Now let's talk about boundaries. Emotional boundaries are very, very important. There are people who over-empathize. The psychologists call them hyper-empathy. This is when you are so empathetic. You are like a sponge, soaking all the pains, all the sadness, all the frustration, all the disappointments, the hardships of the people around you. Sometimes you want to soak up everybody's pain around you. Wow. Even the things you see online, the things you see on Facebook, you soak it up. Now listen, if you find yourself really in a bad mood about something, first of all, examine them first. Did it happen to you? Is it really your problem? Come on. Is it really your burden to carry? If you find out that you have a tendency to over-empathize, you may immediately have to put some emotional boundaries. Maybe you can withdraw for a while. You have to be clear where another person's problems end and where our responsibilities begin. We have to establish a healthy boundary so that we don't over-empathize or hyper-empathize, then burn out. We need to be at our emotional best moments when it really matters. Here is the question of the day. Do you empathize with other people? Or do you find it difficult to understand and put yourself in their shoe? Let me hear from you below on the comment section. I hope you get this. See you on the next video. Bye for now.